Good afternoon. Next news. Newsmax host sounds alarm on Donald Trump's huge mistake. HuffPost. Michael Savage said this one Donald Trump move should never have happened. Below are your comments. The biggest mistake was electing Trump in the first place. People should have realized it would be 4 more years of turmoil, division, deception, flip-flopping on important issues and a revolving door of various agency and cabinet positions. The man had a terrible track record in business, and now he's dictating economic policy not only for the US, but the entire world. Big mistake. Geez, ya think? But then Trump's mental capacity seems to be eroding and getting worse every week. He's more interested in people who worship him than whether or not they're qualified for the job he appoints them to. Of course, Trump doesn't understand anything about those jobs, so now we are stuck with a completely dysfunctional government. That's what we get. Trump's underachievement multiplied by the memebers he chooses. So Trump himself can run shell games undercover and reap billions while offsetting decades of diplomacy, human rights, civil rights, law enforcement respect, women's rights and everyday Americans' economic. Savage suggested Kennedy is in way over his head, noting that the cabinet member is not a scientist and never had any training in the field. You can easily say that about the entire administration. Kennedy's appointment of HHS was simply a quid pro quo payment from Trump. It was not based on credentials. Which one of Trump's appointees are qualified and good at their job? Kennedy and 99% of this administration is in over their heads. It shows every day and more when on a national stage with real leaders. I believe that a lot of sane Americans could have told you this before he was confirmed for the posy. The whole cabinet is a mistake. He put in his yes men and women. That is what happens when you elect an unqualified president. After reading the headline, I thought that the huge mistake was going to be attacking Qatar, which will bleep the Abraham Accords, or the raid on the Hyundai plant, which will bleep foreign investment. But there are so many failures to choose from. So how does being an ignorant, non-science believing anti-vaxxer who's bringing back measles, mumps, polio, et al., making America healthier again? This nonsense will cause many unnecessary deaths ahead. Succumbing to disproven, discredited anti-vaxxer nonsense seems to be the norm these days. Sadly, this behavior also greatly contributed to the over 1 million death we experienced during COVID. How can Savage say Kennedy is doing a fairly good job and then say he never should have been given he job and is way in over his head? He is not doing a good job and is only endangering every American life with his personal beliefs. Quit telling us about his mistakes. He is a walking, talking mistake. Tell us about how he is being held accountable. America is sick of this. The huge mistake was electing Donald Trump in 2016 and 2024, especially 2024. Tell me again how he is doing a fairly good job. And then tell me the list of things, such as that he shouldn't have the job, that shows he is doing a good job? If alarm is sounded every time Trump makes a mistake, we wouldn't be able to hear anything else. Same goes for Patel and Noem. Clueless, same as the dip. The 52 Senate Republicans who voted to confirm RFK Jr. share the responsibility for Donald Trump's huge mistake. The midterm elections can't get here soon. No. Trump does not want someone that knows anything. That way he has a scapegoat when anything goes wrong. RFK Jr. is just a symptom of what is wrong with this administration. Trump isn't qualified, so he chose to surround himself with equally unqualified sycophants. This is a dangerous time to be an American. Me? I'm getting out while the getting is good. Donnie's entire cabinet is incompetent. If you had any experience or education that qualified you for the position, you can be assured that you would not get the job. The only qualification for a cabinet job is that you have an orange nose. No other experience required. Further proof is not needed that Rump doesn't care about Americans' health. He'd rather hire an incompetent who knows nothing about healthcare because he kisses his and have EA bill throwing millions off healthcare. How many more times are we going to sound the alarm when the damage has already been done time and may again, or when the house is already destroyed? RFK Jr. was an astonishingly bad pick by the orange one, who brags about hiring the best people. Millions of Americans may die needlessly of preventable diseases as a result. Just remember that while Trump and the GOP are slashing funding for child cancer research, funding for public health, reduced workers' rights, supporting pollution, eliminating consumer protectio, eliminating the Department of Education, cutting Medicaid and Medicare and social. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.